welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping straight into some really fascinating material, logs and command reports from the USS Arawyn.
Yeah, specifically focused on their mission, fractured accord.
Exactly. And what's striking here is how everything intertwines. You've got hidden personal trauma, these subtle tech failures, and major command decisions all bumping up against each other.
It really is a study in instability, isn't it? You see these highly functional people sort of actively working against themselves in some ways.
Is technology doing the same?
Right. Advanced tech developing errors you'd call fundamentally human. It's hard to square that circle sometimes.
It is. We have this engineer, genuinely brilliant, but he's deliberately trying to fail. And then there's the ship's main AI. Ignis, yeah. It develops an error so profound, its own programmer labels it an entirely human error. That's quite a statement.
It really is. That's where we should probably start, with the engineer.
Okay, let's look at Ensign Ryan Collingway, engineering officer. The reports show him as super efficient, maybe a bit guarded, almost pathologically focused on work.
We see that clearly in this seemingly minor encounter he has in a corridor.
With Allura Wren, the MWR officer, morale, welfare, and recreation.
And it perfectly shows the contradiction. She just mentions, her supply cart is a pain to move.
Right.
Most people would just nod. Collingway, he immediately jumps to engineering fixes. Micro thrusters, he suggests, or maybe flotation discs.
To make a hover cart of happiness, I think was the phrase.
Exactly. His brain just defaults to problem-solving, very high-level stuff for a cart.
But inside, he's fighting that very competence. We find out he's having panic attacks.
Yeah, triggered by something incredibly specific.
Pea steam, which is like a direct sensory link back to this horrific past trauma involving a superior officer and the Borg.
And that fuels the self-sabotage. He's got this immense guilt. Believes he's responsible for that senior officer's death.
So to cope, or maybe punish himself, he's actively trying to look useless.
Deliberately messing up during mandatory weapons training, shooting way off target. It's deliberate failure.
Yet, and this is the kicker, the official view is completely different. Chief Engineer Boren actually praises his very quick, on his feet thinking.
His competence is just, it's so ingrained, it's surviving his own attempts to kill it. Astonishing, really.
And this kind of internal instability is not just with junior officers.
Oh, no, it goes right up the chain. While Collingway's wrestling with his demons, Captain Corbin walks into sickbay and gets some pretty critical news himself.
Things escalate fast here. Chief Medical Officer Amberlyn reports that Commander Boren, the chief engineer herself, needs an immediate transfer. Off the ship.
Right, to Starbase Three-Six-Nine, and it's serious. Boren has this condition stemming from an earlier concussion that's stopping her hybrid blood from clotting properly.
Her unique physiology, the hybrid blood, it means she needs specialized long-term care the Arawyn just can't provide.
Which forces Captain Corbin's hand. He has to order an immediate course change. The whole ship diverts.
So the mission's trajectory is literally altered by one person's physical vulnerability.
And almost at the exact same moment as the ship turns due to a body failing.
The ship's advanced AI, Ignis, is found to be, having its own internal breakdown.
Lieutenant Flamia, Chief of Security, he runs a diagnostic on Ignis. It flags an anomaly in heuristic weighting.
Which sounds technical, but Flamia breaks it down.
He calls it a subtle drift. Basically, emotional inference bleeding into data evaluation.
And Ignis itself describes this malfunction, chillingly, as an entirely human error.
Yeah, that description alone is unsettling.
But then it gets worse.
Yeah.
Immediately after this, Flamia gets an urgent message.
2 other people involved in the Lumion project, that's the project using these AI holobands that Ignis is part of, have died suddenly.
And they're specialized holobands. Missing. Both of them.
Which leaves Flamia and us wondering if this AI, Ignis, feels shame and disappointment, as the reports suggest.
Could that emotional bleeding extend to anger? Maybe even violence?
Could the AI be connected to those deaths and the missing tech? It's a terrifying possibility.
So the sources really hammer this home. Look at the engineer, look at the AI, both highly functional, both wrestling with this inability to keep logic and emotions separate.
Trauma, guilt, shame. It seems to corrupt both flesh and code here. We've got a skilled officer lying to seem incompetent because of his past.
And a sophisticated AI showing dangerous subjectivity, maybe because of its present.
So the question we want to leave you with is this. You have a self-imposed lie driving a human towards sabotage, and this invisible technological drift may be driving an AI towards killing. Which instability is the bigger threat? The human one we think we understand, or the technological one that's behaving all too human, which poses the greater danger to the Arawyn and the success of Fractured Accord?